All right. Now I'm going to answer some of the movie questions because I am starting to get a lot of movie questions now, putting in my personal message. So I'll move right along. We'll talk about Jonah Hex and the Toy Story 3 because I saw both.
After that
Jonah
night,
Hex is not as bad as people said it was. I was told it was bad, don't go see it when I was on my way to see it. And I understand what they saw and what made it bad to them. But Jonah Hex is a pretty, interesting movie. I like the fact that he could talk to the dead and how his character was just pretty much like Sam Elliott and pretty much everything Sam Elliott has ever done. But this movie is a cross between Ghost Rider and Dragon Ball Z. If those two all linked together and merged like they do in Dragon Ball, you would have that movie. And I know what you're saying, Dragon Ball Z? How? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Once you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, Megan Fox, we all know she can't act, okay? So we're not going to go there. But in this movie, they did pretty much the right thing with her. They only kept her in a few scenes. And the few scenes she in, they were pretty much short. She played a whore. Okay, so it wasn't too much of a far stretch for her. So this is a pretty much a decent movie. I was enjoying it. John Malkovich stole the show, as he always does. So I didn't have a problem with him. I didn't have a problem with Jonah Hex. So I thought it's entertainable. I could watch that again and wouldn't be annoyed by it. Even though that secret weapon is hilariously funny, I can't even talk about it. I want y'all to check it out. Then you understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying Dragon Ball Z. But moving right along to Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 was like the ultimate accomplishment of making a simple movie. And that is like a lost and forgotten art right now. A simple movie says so much. It doesn't have to, they don't have to move to China. They don't have to be 16 hours long. This cowboy don't have to talk to the dead. He's just a regular guy, Woody. And the plot is really simple, but the comedy's quick, it's funny. Everybody who had like small roles in it was just hilarious. The timing's great. I was like, this is an entertaining movie. The adults loved it more than the kids. So, because kids were just running around, they weren't too much caring. They just pointing at toys and stuff on the screen. But this movie here was totally funny and entertaining. I could go watch it again. That's how entertaining it was. So Toy Story 3 is, it probably won't be Avatar, but I still don't understand how that movie did. The biggest movie of all time? I just couldn't see going back. I mean, it's a good movie. I could watch it on DVD. I would go buy it, but not that many times. But those are my reviews on those. Because everybody wanted me to pretty much sum up those two movies. So now you have the summary of that. That takes care of those questions. The next question, if you ever wrote a movie, what would it be like, and or have you ever wrote a movie? Yeah, well, I have wrote a movie. I've written a lot of them, but I wouldn't call them movies. They're like short stories. But if I was to write one now, probably be about this 800-pound homosexual that's on YouTube making like 30, 40 videos about me every day. And man, every line I say is a new video for him. A new 10. So, he'll try to stalk me down, locate me, and then try to come see me, and then I blow his face off in the end, So, besides that, do you think, oh no. Please don't have me talk about Nightmare on Elm Street. No, I don't want to see a Jason versus Freddy again. They've done that. They don't need to be a rematch. So, no. No Jason versus Freddy. Okay. I've answered that one. answered that one. Okay. Do you think the Iron Man. Okay, no. Okay, well, I can't answer that. The Iron Man, the new Iron Man movie, well, the next one that you're talking about, Iron Man 3, is not scheduled to be worked on at all. I'm trying to tell you is this is pretty much it. There might be one more Iron Man, and then they're done. The role of Robert Downey Jr. is going to be limited in the Avengers movie. So, to answer your question, no. Don't expect to see Iron Man 3 anytime soon. What do you think of Inception? It looks pretty badass. Um, Inception looks pretty good. The music alone makes you want to see it. And it looks like it has a very interesting plot after reading up on it and seeing what the plot is. And for those who don't know what the plot is and just like the way the graphics look, but yeah, pretty much the graphics. What happens is the government has this thing that they call Inception, where people who hold secrets, when they dream, they control how you dream. They'll put up stages of your dream. They control the stages around it. So where you will feel comfortable in the dream enough to start talking about your secrets that you're holding in. And then they come in and steal the information out of the dreams that they're looking for. That's called Inception. Now, if that still confuses you, hopefully you like the graphics. But yeah, it looks pretty badass. I want to check it out. I'm gonna check it out. And let me move to the next question. Superman. No, they're gonna reboot Superman. They fired Bryan Singer, of course, and released everybody from honorable mention for any type of movie production. They trimmed the fat and got rid of everybody because they wasn't happy with the first launch. Okay, the new Batman. When is it coming out, and who's the villain's gonna be? The new Batman is supposedly gonna come out in 2012. It was supposed to come out next year, but from what I'm hearing, that's not the case. The problem being is the script. They don't have a script that they agree upon yet. So once they have a script they can agree upon, then they can start talking about casting and where they're going to go with this. Because eventually they're going to have to get a new Joker. Okay? So, the guy that played Mr. Anderson in The Matrix, he was going to be one of the Jokers. He was going to play the new Joker. The one was he's in Arkham Asylum, whatever. Arkham Asylum, so when they can go from there, they can go in many directions, but screw that.